What's up guys, today I got the full Maxton Lip Kit all the way around the car. We got the front bumper piece right here in the box, we've got the side skirts, and then we've got the rear spats. And this is something I've actually had for a little while, but just waiting for a full day available to be able to install it and unbox it. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. Definitely looking forward to this. I've been had my eye on this one for a while. These lips were out of stock forever, and finally they came back in stock and decided to pick up the whole kit. So I talked to Nick about it at New Provisions Racing. He said, "Yeah, let's do it, man." So here it is, the Maxton Lip Kit, all the way around for the 2015 plus. WRX and STI. Yes, in all its glory. The reason I went with this lip kit over the other ones is because it already comes with a gloss black finish. Most of the other ones, and a lot of people buy, are the ones that come in the black and they're not even painted. So I think they're really just unfinished lips. And it's really on you to get those painted or leave it the way it is, whatever you want to do with it. But when these things are painted and they're in the gloss black finish, they just look way better. Yeah, it costs a little more up front, but if you were to go later down the road and have these gloss painted and stuff yourself, or if you were to have someone do it, it would cost a lot more than buying the kit itself that's already painted. That comes from Maxton. So this will be fun, man. This is gonna like really set the car off and give it just more appeal, visual appeal. Dude, so went ahead and drilled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9? That's a weird number. Yeah, middle one. Okay. Anyway, drilled 9 of these holes for the push tabs. But right now, we got all the holes drilled, so we're going to go ahead and rip off this clear plastic. Also, if you watch the, I went ahead and just watched the GrimmSpeed video. They had to cut a notch in the OEM plastic shield. So head over there, watch their little tutorial of how to cut that piece out. It's for this middle piece right here. And then you'll be ready to drill your holes and mount it. Actually, it's more of a mock-up, and then you'll want to go back, like I said, drill the holes to support the lip. Oh my gosh, look at that. It looks so good. Oh, that gloss black is amazing. Went a little killer overboard with all the 3M double-sided tape. Yeah, I'm not gonna take any chances of this thing ripping off, you know, doing like 5th gear, 4th gear pulls down the highway. I don't want any of that wind getting in there and taking my lip with it. So what I've done is I just went again and put like automotive double-sided 3M tape, all the little red strips right there. And then I'll use these holes here for the push tabs. And I'll mock it up, I'll get it up there, and then I'll use the hardware bolts that came with this lip, and I'll just kind of, you know, put holes, drill holes wherever I want, even if it goes through this 3M tape, no big deal. And then I'll bolt on the front of the lip. But first up, I gotta get the bottom of my lip cleaned up, so I'm gonna hit that with some soap and water and clean it up the best I can. Hopefully that will have this M3 tape hold a little better. But you guys can imagine the process going on under the car. Anyway, so that'll be mocked up, and we'll drill the holes directly into this lip and the bumper of the car. Here are the bolts that came with the Maxton lip, locking nut, and then the washer. So I'll go up from the bottom through the Maxton lip and then through the OEM lip. The washer will go on the top side in the OEM lip, and then The locking nut will go on top of that. I'll tighten those all down. Hopefully it'll all hold, but yeah, edge up the line of the bumper, so I have to make sure that's edged, and then I will drill these additional holes. So maximum of 3 centimeters. I've already got my drill bit here, and it's just small enough to go through that. So you can see, yeah, it'll measure up. It's not that hard. You guys know what to do if you want to do this. But yeah, so the best way to install splitter is, yeah, see the glue here? They have that, which I've done a crap ton of 3M tape, no problem. Don't even care if it sticks out a little bit and it's visible. So when you get this gap right here, that's incorrect, and the wind can grab your lip and then crack the heck out of it. Yeah, and then you definitely don't want it back here just with the push tabs only, because that'll rip your lip off too. So, yep, but just gonna go ahead and get the lip installed, or actually mocked up on the car first, and then drill the holes. I'll take it back off, and then I'll take the other side of this red 3M tape, I'll take that off, and then I'll get it ready to adhere to the lip, or sorry, to the bumper after washing it. Should stick on there good, and then we'll go on to side skirts and rear spats. Ooh, this thing's gonna look mean. Hopefully I get some good shots for you guys. Like, I think people watching the channel, like, they already know what the car looks like. It looks pretty much like a stock. It's like super clean. I wouldn't say clean, but it's really got a stock-esque look from the outside, beside really the wheels. Headlights are obviously stock base, but I've got the ooh, what are those? Bezels, LED bezels. Those are nice. And then I did black out the carbon fiber. Well, I bought the carbon fiber front grille, and then it's got the blacked out emblem for Subaru. I did that front and back, so pretty much stock. And yeah, it's gonna be exciting to get this lip on here, give it just a little bit meaner of a stance and make it look lower to the ground. And since talking about that, I'm on RCE blacks right now, and I probably will never go any lower than those, just because I do have the external wastegates, and I need the ground clearance for those guys so they never drag anywhere. But I am careful over speed bumps. Luckily, I've never hit them. There is a little bit of the dump tube hanging out, but so far I've never hit them. Again, my tires are a little thicker, so I think like the normal size is 245, and if I remember correctly, these are 255, pretty sure. It's been a while since, oh yeah, here, 255 by 40 by 18. So I do have a little more meat on my tires than some other guys. If you're running like 245s or 240s, whatever, I think that older run-of-the-mill spec was for these wheels. But yeah, so I do have a little more ground clearance with more rubber, but I like it. It looks mean. Take all this 3M, the other side of it off. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, okay, good. That's a good starting point. I got that middle clip started. Now I'll just do the edges. Peel it off carefully. Line these up, man, and we are gonna be sitting pretty. Fingers. One thing I'd recommend, not shown in this part of the video, is removing the OEM splash guard. Once you get toward the middle of the lip, it becomes really difficult to get your hands in there to tighten the nuts and the bolt, because you do have to hold it from the bumper side or the top side, and it's a little difficult to initially get that nut and then the bolt attached. So I would recommend removing the OEM splash guard. You'll have a little bit more room to move around and get that lip bolted up. But another way to do it is move from the center of the lip and then work your way out. The 3M tape actually help to kind of tack this in place temporarily, and then you can go back and fine tune it. Once you get it fine tuned, you'll just go through with the drill your hole into the Maxton lip and then the OEM bumper. Be sure not to go too far through, because there are some things back there that you just need to be mindful of. You don't want to drill through a part of your car that's unnecessary and cause some damage, or go through the OEM bumper itself. That's kind of hard to do if you're being mindful of that. But overall, the way the lip turned out was really good. This process worked for me. I probably used 10 to 15 nuts and bolts that were provided with the Maxton kit. And so next part of the video, next part of the series, we'll go and we'll look at installing the side skirts and the rear spats, and then we'll get that B-roll footage for you guys. So thanks, guys. See you on the next one. So finished up the front lip on the bumper. Came out pretty good. I did use a lot of the bolts, but I guess this lip is designed with leaving a little bit of a gap in there. So only thing I might do different if I ever take this off is I'll use 3M all the way across, so I'll be sure not to get any rock gaps in here. But as you can see, there's a little bit of light going through. Once the car's lowered, you won't really be able to see that, but I think it will hold some rocks. So yeah, if it ever comes off again, it will get 3M starting with the front all the way across and then bolted back up. But that should hold.